Dear friends, this is Ilangovan again. So in this video, I would like to give you few insights about the previous year's question papers which was there in TCS NQT. In my previous videos, I hope that you have utilized the procedure I have explained, how to do the TCS NQT registration, what is meant by basic NQT, and what is subject NQT and other things, and the pattern of TCS NQT, right? In this video, we will see few of the problems which can be solved, right? Right. So first problem is find the greatest number that will exactly divide 148, 246 and 623, leaving remainders 4, 6 and 11 respectively. So we know that the greatest number that will exactly divide, if this sentence comes, then it is nothing but HCF, which is nothing but the highest common factor. So for what numbers, actually if it is given directly like this, then it doesn't matter, but they have given it as leaving reminders. Then what we need to do, this is the remainder, so we subtract all these things. So we have to find the HCF for these three numbers. 144, y means 148 minus 4, 148 leaving remainder 4, so it is 144. Likewise 240 and 612. So these three numbers we have to take, and we have to take the LCM for these three numbers. So let us take the first two and take LCM, HCF, taking 144 and 240. Okay, so 1 times, so it is 144. So we'll be getting 6 here, and we'll be getting 4 plus 4, that is 3, 20, 23 minus 14 is 9, 96. So 144, this 144 should come here. So 196 is 96, and the remaining is 48, and taking this 96 here, 2 48s are 96. Now it is 0. Now this 48 is going to be the HCF for 144 and 240, but we need to know the HCF of this also. So taking this here, so if you divide 612 by 48, then what will be the number we'll get? Yes, 12. 12 48s are, so how to find out 12 48? 12 into 48 means 10 48s are 480 plus 96. So 2 48s are 96. So when you add these two, then we will get 6 here, 7, 5. So 576. 576. Then the remaining is, here we will get 6, 3. So taking this 48 this side, 136 is 36, so the remaining 12, and 36 taken here, so 3 12s are 36. So finally what we have got, 12 is the HCF for all the three. So option B is correct. Okay, was it easy? Moving on to the next problem. Yes, solution is HCF of 144, 240 and 612. It is nothing but 12 is the answer. Next problem. Yes, on a 26 question test, 5 points were deducted for each wrong answer and 8 points were added for each correct answer. If all the questions were answered, how many were correct if the score was 0? So here, two statements they have given. First statement input is on a 26 question test. So there are some wrong answers and there were some correct answers. So the number of correct answers plus number of wrong answers is equal to 26. That is the total number of questions. So let me take X as the correct answer, number of correct answers I made, and number of wrong answers I am taking it as Y. So the total number of questions is 26. So this is the first equation we made. Okay, next, the second statement what they have given is 5 points were deducted for each wrong answer. For each and every wrong answer, 5 points were deducted. So minus 5y is the total mark deducted in the final score. And 8 points were added for each correct answer. He had scored 8 points for each and every correct answers. So for X correct answers, he had scored 8 into X marks. And for Y wrong answers, he has been deducted 5 into Y marks. So what is the final score of that boy? If all the questions were answered, that is, if all the questions are answered, that is, all the 26 questions are answered, how many were correct if the score was 0? What is the total score? Total score is 0. Now we have got two equations. We have to solve this, and what we have to find out, how many were correct, how many number of correct answers was that. Okay, X is required now. So whatever X we are getting, that is going to be the final answer. Right, now how to solve this? The basic elimination method. I am multiplying 5 with all the terms of the first equation. So this gets cancelled. 5 plus 8 is 13. So 13x is equal to 26 into 5. I am not multiplying it, I am just taking it as 26/5 itself. So x is equal to, so 13 and 26 gets cancelled. Here we will get 2. So 2 into 5 is 10. So the number of correct answers is 10. So option A is 10, which is correct. Okay, I hope you are finding it easy. Yes, so here I have taken the other way also, it is correct. If you take X is the wrong answer and Y is the correct answer, then you have to use this minus 5x plus 8y equal to 0 and x plus y equal to 26. So by solving we get x is 16, that is not required for us, y is 10 is required. So that is the final answer. The next problem is, yes, George can do some work in 8 hours, Paul can do the same work in 10 hours, while Harry can do the same work in 12 hours. All the three of them starts working at 9 a.m. while George stops work at 11 a.m. and remaining two complete the work. Approximately at what time will the work be finished? Okay, here lot of inputs are given. So this is a time and work problem. So as far as time and work problem is concerned, we will take alone time. What is alone time? What is 1 hour work of each and every one, and we have to combine the total number of work completed the remaining work has to be found out, and the remaining work with the remaining people, how many days it will take. This is the process normally. We will see one by one. So now this is the alone time of George. So let me take this as George, alone time of George, G. This is alone time of Falcon, P. This is alone time of Harry, H. Okay. Now, so what is the initially what happened? All the three are working together. Means 1 hour work of George is this. Means in 1 hour, that is in 8 hours he can complete the whole job. Then in 1 hour he could able to finish 1/8 of the part. 1/8 part of the work is completed by George in 1 hour. So 1/g is the 1 hour work done by George. So since all the three are working, so the total part completed by George, Falcon and Harry is this, right? So for 1 hour, this much part of the work is completed. That is 1/8 plus 1/10 plus 1/12. So much of parts of the total work is completed. So taking LCM for all these things, 8, 10 and 12, what will you get? So you will be getting 120. I'm sorry. 12 and 10, 12 into 10, 120. 120, whether it is divisible by 8? Yes, it is divisible by 8. So let me take it as 120 as the LCM. Even you work out, you will get 120. And here you will be getting 37. Right? So if you want, you can do it. When you divide it by 2, then it is 4, 5 and 6. And here again 2, 5, 3. So that's it. So this is 8 into 15. So here 15 plus, how we have got this? 15. 8 into 15 is 120. So 15 plus here 120. So 12 into 10 is 120 plus 10 into 12 is 120. So this divided by 120. So we have got 10, 20, 30. 5 plus 2, 7. So 37 by 120. So this is 1 hour work. If all the three are working for 1 hour, this is the part of work completed. Right? How much time they are working together? 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So there are 2 hours. So all the three worked for 2 hours. So the total work completed is 2 into 37 by 120, which is nothing but 37 by 60. That is, out of 60 parts of the job, 37 part of the work is completed from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. by all the three, George, Falcon and Harry. Okay, now the George went out. The remaining work has to be completed by this P and H, that is Falcon and Harry. Now what can be done? Now the combined work done, we have to remove this 1/g. So now the work is done by Falcon and Harry. So what is the 1 hour combined? What is the remaining work to be done? 37 work is completed. So remaining work is 23 by 60. Am I right? Out of 60 parts, 37 parts of the work is completed. The remaining part is 23 parts. Right? So this is one side. Let us in 1 hour, Falcon and Harry will do the job of 1/10 plus 1/12, which is, so what is the LCM of this 10 and 12? 60 is the LCM. Why means 10 into 6 is 60, 12 into 5 is 60. So 11 by 60, that is 5 plus 6, it is 11 by 60 part of the work is completed in 1 hour. So the remaining, how much it is there? 23 by 60 parts is required. So approximately the question, in the question it is approximate. So in 2 hours he can complete 22 parts. So 23 parts have to be completed. So 2 more hours is required. So from 11 a.m. 2 hours they are working. So 12 noon and 1 p.m. So 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. they are working. So 1 p.m. is the correct answer. 1 p.m. is the correct answer. Is it fine? One more problem we will work out today. So this is the explanation. Alone time of G is 8. Alone time of Falcon is 10. And here E is 12. Combined 1 hour work is, you have to add all these things. Then 15 plus 12 plus 10 is 120. So 37 by 120. In 2 hours they would have completed 37 by 60 parts of the work. So the remaining part is 23 by 60. Now P and H continued and completed the work. Combined 1 hour work of both is 11 by 60. So it takes 2 hours 54 seconds to complete exactly, if you want to exactly calculate. So the both can complete it in 1 hour 54 seconds. So the option 1 p.m. is correct. Yes, this problem is easy. Apple costs L rupees per kilogram for first 30 kilograms and Q rupees per kilogram for each additional kilogram. If the price of 33 kilograms is 1167 and for 36 kilograms of apples is 1248, then the cost of the first 10 kilograms of apples is. Here one more option I am including. Okay, so let us solve this now. So first 30 kilograms of apple costs L rupees. Then next each and every kilogram, that is again L rupees per kilogram and Q rupees per kilogram here. So now the first price which is given as 33 kilograms is 1167. This can be splitted into 30 L. So 30 kilogram into L rupees plus the remaining 3 kilogram for Q rupees, which is equal to 1167, right? And what is the second thing given? 36 kilograms. So 30 L, that is first 30 kilograms, it is costs L rupees. So 6Q is equal to 1248 rupees. Now it is very easy from these two equations. We say that 3Q is equal to 1248 minus 1248 minus 1167. This is 3Q. That is 30L gets cancelled. 6Q minus 3Q is 3Q. 3Q is nothing but this minus this. So here we will get 1 here, 8. Am I right? So 81 rupees. So 3Q is 81 rupees. Then what is Q? 1 kilogram of apple is 81 by 3. So 3 2s are 6. The remaining 21. 7 3s are 21. So Q is 27. If Q is 27, that is 3Q is 81. So substituting this 3Q here. So 30L will be 1167 minus 81. That is 3Q, correct? So which is equal to 6 and 8, then 10. So 30L is 1086. Then what is L? 1086 divided by 30. What will you get? What will you get? Let me simplify using 3 table. 3 3s are 9, 18, so 6 3s are 18, 2 3s are 6. So 362 by 10, so it is 36.2 rupees. Right? So what is required? Cost of 10 kgs of apple. What is cost of 10 kgs of apple? It is 362, which is not available in any of these options. So maybe none of this. If it is given, then we have to choose that. So 362 is the correct answer. Suppose if this is not given, like whatever I have given, that is why intentionally I did this. So if nothing is given, then you will get it as a grace mark. They will consider this problem as a wrong answer, right? Any of the competitive exam. So you can choose anything in that case, or you can go for nearly equal option. So you can go for 350 if this option is not given. Okay, thank you. We'll meet you in next video with some more problems. So these are the simple problems. We will solve the slightly tricky problems in the next video. Please keep tuned on the same channel. Thank you all. All the best.